Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. Okay, the football playoffs are nearly almost over, except for the Super Bowl today, and welcome to Super Bowl Sunday. Hopefully you will enjoy some of that here live on twitch.tv/Retro Sports Network with me, or later on YouTube. Well, you know who won the big game, and you really don't care about at this point. So, for the next few Sundays, until the weather gets much more pleasant, we're going to bring back this 88-89 Montreal Canadiens replay. And today, we go back to my 17th birthday, November 26th, 1988, for the Edmonton Oilers and Montreal Canadiens. In real life, the Oilers are in third place as this game gets underway. Of course, as you know, Wayne Gretzky is in Los Angeles, and Jimmy Carson, who played his juniors in Verdun, was the main player to come back to Edmonton. Edmonton, of course, is still a dangerous team. They would go on in 1990 to win the Stanley Cup. The Canadiens, well, they finally got hot, and they took over first place in real life in the Adams. As of this game and the replay, they are 18-6-1. They've played pretty gosh darn well. In fact, wins over Boston and Quebec in the last week. So the Habs are sitting pretty, looking to get home ice all the way through the Adams Division playoffs. Big one on a hockey night in Canada. It's the Oilers and the Habs next on Retro Sports Network. And sadly, no new graphics package for here. Here's your starters for this one. Mark Messier, 36 points in 23 games. Yes, 10 goals and 25 assists for Moose, 48 penalty minutes and 2 fights. Esa Tikkanen has 27 points, 10 goals and 16 assists. Jari Kurri, who came into this game in real life ice cold, 31 points on the year. Messier can feed Kurri as well. Edmonton is dangerous depending on if they get home ice in the playoffs. Defensively, the starters Kevin Lowe and Charlie Huddy and Grant Fuhr in the net for the Oilers. A .429 goals against average, and a save percentage of .868. For your beloved Montreal Canadiens, Bobby Smith, 30 points in 25 games, 10 goals and 20 assists. Mats Naslund, 13 goals and 19 assists. Mike Keane, not much of an offensive threat, 8 goals and 3 assists. Defensively, Chris Chelios in his 27 points and 67 penalty minutes, 5 fights, goodness. It's on the left, and Larry Robinson with a goal and 10 assists. Larry, at some point after this year, is headed for Los Angeles to group with that Gretzky guy. Patrick Waugh in the pipes, a .269 goals against average and a save percentage of .914, both tops in the National Hockey League. Glenn Sather behind the Oilers bench. And, of course, Pat Burns, who will be here at Christmas for the Canadiens. Messier and Smith ready for the face-off here at the Forum. Glad to have you with us on a Super Bowl Sunday. Face-off is won by Montreal. Naslund hit by Huddy. Edmonton has it at center. Kurri to Lowe. Gets past Robinson. Messier dumps it around for Kurri. Back to Lowe. Lowe shoots. Blocked by Smith. They have it. Larry Robinson will skate it out. Strange chance of go, Leafs go here at the Forum. Keane dumps it around, picks it up over to Chelios. Now Smith behind the net. Trying to find Keane, right side. Keane. Point blank. Fuhr with the first stop. And we got a face-off. 18:51 to go. Opening period. Why he wants to root for the Leafs, I don't know. Line changes for everybody. Carson at center for Edmonton with Buchberger and Glenn Anderson on the wings. Gregg and Smith the defenders. For Montreal, Skrudland at center with McPhee and Claude Lemieux. Rick Green and Peter Svoboda are the blue liners. Skrudland hopes to draw this back. Carson wins it. Out of the zone. Down the Habs zone. Buchberger. Hard pass to Anderson. Rister. Right side, blocked by Svoboda. He has it. Montreal will skate. Lemieux, hit by Carson. Edmonton has it at center. Smith. Now over to Anderson, over the line. Buchberger behind the net. Over to Carson. Hit by Claude Lemieux. Montreal will take it. Why is there only 5 defensemen? There should be 6. Where's Hakanlu when you need him? He's in Calgary. Lawler and Desjardins, the defensive pairing. Courtnall over the line. He's offside. We'll get a face-off, 17:30 to go in the opening period. So Carbonneau, Ryan Walter, and Russ Courtnall, a good defensive trio, as Bob Gainey is still injured in this sim. In real life, he was playing. Lawler and Desjardins, the defensive pairs. For Edmonton, Craig McTavish with Lacombe and Adams on the wing. Book-a-boom, book-a-boom. Don't you just love him? And Joseph are the defenders. Carbonneau and McTavish just outside the Edmonton zone. Won by Carbonneau. Over to Walter. Over the line to Courtnall. To Lawler. They play back and forth. Carbonneau, a scoring chance. How you doing? Hi there, Angels. Glad to have you along. Carbonneau shoots. Fuhr gives up the rebound. Stick save, Joseph. And Edmonton shoots it high off the glass to center, but only to Courtnall. And Montreal sets it up. Just the start of things here at the Forum. Carbonneau over the line to Desjardins to Carbonneau. Slapper from the right side, and Fuhr makes an easy save. Loose in front, Book-a-boom will have it over to McTavish, and here comes Edmonton. Book-a-boom to McTavish. McTavish going to shoot. Slapper in the slot, and Wah makes his first stop of the game. So face-off upcoming, 16:33 first period, no score from the Foreman Montreal. Stefan Richer has been down to the 4th line. So Brent Gilchrist with Shane Corson on the left, Stefan Richer on the right. First line defense, Chelios and Robinson out there. Carson with Anderson and Buchberger. Jimmy, Kelly Buchberger, and Glenn Anderson with Steve Smith. Nice little buzz cut there, huh? And Randy Gregg. Thanks. Thanks for the kind words. So the face-off in the Montreal zone. Won by Gilchrist. Corson clears it, but it's an icing, and Carson broke his stick. So he'll go get another one. So Carson and Gilchrist to the right of Waugh, or if you were watching on television, the left. And the face-off is won by Carson in the zone. Carson's going to take a shot, left side. And Waugh saw that and holds on to it, and we get some pushing and shoving.
Edmonton penalty to Kelly Buchberger. 2 minutes for roughing. Montreal penalty to Shane Corson. 2 minutes for roughing.
So Walter comes out to be with Gilchrist and Richer, Chelios and Robinson there. Keith Acton is out there with Mark Messier in the left wing and McClellan on the right. Here following the 2 minutes for roughing for Buchberger and Corson. Face off in the Montreal zone, won by Gilchrist. Walter over the line to Richer, penalty coming. McClellan and Richer wish me a happy birthday.
Edmonton penalty to Kevin McClelland. 2 minutes for roughing. Montreal penalty to number 44, Stefan Richer. 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalties, 4 minutes 21 seconds.
So you gotta love 80s hockey. 2 roughing penalties in the first 4:21. So Buchberger and McClellan in the box for Edmonton. Richer and Corson in for Montreal. First line out there for the Habs. McTavish on the face-off with Issel. That's not Dan, is it? No, it's Kim. That'd be pretty talented to play both in the NBA and the NHL at the same time. And Normand Lacombe. So Smith and McTavish on the face-off in the zone, won by Montreal. Keane tries to find Smith, working his way towards the slot. Keane. Come on, I hit the button. Over to Smith. Smith. One-timer. Fuhr makes the save. With the pad, the puck is loose. Gregg and Smith fight for it. Gregg has it over to McTavish, and Edmonton will skate it out. Penalty coming, though, against Montreal. McTavish. See if they can get a rebound here. He winds and fires, missing wide left, and the penalty will be on Bobby Smith.
Montreal penalty to number 15, Bobby Smith. 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 4 minutes 57 seconds.
So Carson, Glenn Anderson, and Lacombe out there in the power play for Edmonton with Gregg and Lowe. For Montreal, Carbonneau and McPhee are the penalty killers, with Green and Svoboda the defenders. So first power play of the game, and look, that's not social distancing in the Montreal box. There's 3 of them in there. So 1:07 left in the minors to Corson and Bookberger. 1:24 in the minors to Richer and McClelland. And Edmonton, as we said, is still dangerous. 2 minutes to Bobby Smith. Montreal plays to clear. Carson and Carbonneau in the zone. Won by Carson. Anderson, he's going to hit a slapper. And that will bounce off a Waugh's pad. Rebound controlled by Anderson. Behind the net, over to Gregg. He shoots a wrister. Waugh gives up another rebound. Loose in front to Lowe. Lowe, back to the blue line. Lowe, a low shot. And Waugh will cover, sweeps it behind for Green. Edmonton's power play without Gretzky has not been good. It's only at 20%. That's 17th in the NHL. And the Habs have killed off 80%. That's good enough for 7th. 1:16 left in the power play as Montreal clears. McPhee will dump it out. And there'll be line changes for everybody now. Walter and Naslund. Desjardins and Lawler. 18 seconds in the minors to, well, both the minors are fighting minors or roughing minors. That's it. Are coming to an end. Both teams change. Curry up the right wing. Leaves it for a while behind the Desjardins. The first matching minor is over. Montreal tries to clear it. 51 to go in the power play. Lawler all the way down to Huddy. And now it's just Bobby Smith in the box for the next 36 seconds. Huddy towards Curry. Over the line. Back to Huddy. Huddy, long slapper. And that will bounce off a Waugh. The rebound is controlled by Huddy. The power play's over. Huddy tries to find somebody. Going to shoot it himself. And Waugh will make the save. TV timeout. 12:49 first period. Scoreless in Montreal. The shot 7-4 in favor of Edmonton. And on the digital device scoreboard, someone's going to unsub already. I see it already. Chicago leads the Bruins 2-0 with 8:04 to go in the first period. Thomas, the last goal at 10:57. The Rangers and Islanders all chanting Potvin sucks. 7:03 to go in the first. No score on the island. Pittsburgh has a 3 spot on Philadelphia. Randy Cunningworth with the last goal. Wow, Pittsburgh's got a 3 spot in 1:57. Cunningworth, Pittsburgh got 3 goals in the first minute of the game. Second period, I'm sorry. Second period in Pittsburgh, and it's 3-0. Cunningworth with the last one. And because we try to cater to everybody's bizarre tastes, the Leafs leave the North Stars 2-1. 4:01 to go in the first. Daoist with the goal for Toronto to put them ahead. So first line's out there, Bobby Smith and Mark Messier. Messier out there with Curry and Tikkanen. Smith out there with Keane and Naslund. Face off to the right of Waugh. Won by Messier. Now to Tikkanen behind the net. Tikkanen skates it around. Tikkanen shoots from the wing, blocked by Chelios. Or Naslund, rather. Chelios. And Bobby Smith starts the rush. Naslund over the line to Smith. Bobby Smith. Back of the right dot. Fires. Naslund just got a piece of it, but Fuhr makes a save. He kicks it over to Curry, and Edmonton breaks it out. Penalty coming to Montreal. Tikkanen going to take a shot left wing side. He shoots, misses everything. Touched by Keane.
Montreal penalty to number 24, Chris Chelios, 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 8 minutes 20 seconds.
So Montreal will kill their second power play of the game, and they lose their big penalty killer to do it. Corson and Carbonneau will kill this one. Tribe fan, how are you on this Super Bowl Sunday? He is doing a 1971 Tom Seaver replay on his YouTube channel. It's Tribe fan, right? Is that the name of your channel, Tim? Anyway, you should check that out. He's done a couple. He's done Tribe Fan 879. He did a 2018 Colorado Rockies. And what year Twins replay did you do? Anywho, here's Carson and Carbonneau out for the face-off, Edmonton, or 2016 Minnesota Twins. So both of those are there for your dancing and dining pleasure. 7-5, the shots in favor of Edmonton. Carson and Carbonneau on the face-off in the Montreal zone. Won by Montreal, and Carbonneau chips it out. 18 seconds gone. Anderson will start the rush for the Oilers. Carson over the line to Anderson. Slapper. Left wing side. Waugh gives up the rebound. Loose in front to Carson. Carson behind the net. Wraps it around. Waugh stands tall. He gets it out to Green, and Green, with 1:08 to go, they're going to try to get something going here. They're short-handed. Corson down the line, over the line, and Carson will take it away. Montreal changes, 51 seconds to go in the penalty to Chelios. Edmonton, 2 shots in the power play, 9 overall. Nothing past Waugh yet, halfway through in the first. Joseph, over the line to Anderson. Hit hard by Robinson. Montreal's got it. They'll clear it with 31 seconds to go. They do. Carson touches it. Time for one last rush. 13 seconds to go in the penalty to Chelios. Anderson now has it in the zone. Robinson again with a hit to Chelios, and that'll kill it off. So the fourth line on for Montreal. Along with Lawler and Desjardins. Edmonton changes on the fly. Richer has it. Skates it over, and they are offside. So the face-off will come just in front of the Edmonton zone. Keith Acton will face off against Brent Gilchrist. Waugh is standing on his head. Yep, 9 shots. Boy, does Edmonton miss Gretzky. Gilchrist and Acton on the face-off. Won by Acton to Huddy. Hit by Richer. Montreal has it at center. Gilchrist will play some dump and chase. Dumps it around, and Edmonton takes over. Issel. Now McClellan clears it to center to Desjardins. And this time they'll try to skate it in. Richer in the zone. Going to take a shot. Long shot from the right. Fires, and Fuhr makes the catch. Face-off coming. 8:10 to go in the first period. So everybody's got first lines on now. Messier versus Smith. Don't forget, baseball doubleheader for Memorial Day 1949 tomorrow night at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. And a big one in the National League. It's the Brooklyn Dodgers traveling to Manhattan to face the New York Giants. So doubleheader baseball at 7 Eastern tomorrow, right here on Retro Sports Network. Messier and Smith to the right of Grant Fuhr, or the left of Grant Fuhr. And Messier will be taken out for Tikkanen. Tikkanen wins the face-off. Curry hit by Chelios. Montreal has it at center. Naslund over the line to Smith. Bobby Smith, a long shot from the right. Scoring chance and a score! Bobby Smith. Fuhr never saw it.
Montreal goal scored by number 15, Bobby Smith, his 11th of the season, assisted by Mike Keane, and by number 24, Chris Chelios. Time of the goal 12 minutes 20 seconds.
I'm not sure what Fuhr was looking at, but that was at his shoulder. He should have caught that. For Smith, that's number 11 on the year. from Keane, his 4th assist, and Chelios his 23rd. And Montreal breaks the tie as 1-0 Habs. So Carson and Smith at center. Knuckler, that got over the shoulder, yep. Anderson and Bookberger. The forwards for Edmonton, won by Carson. Anderson dumps it around. Wobble played for Chelios. They'll change defensive pairings here. Naslund. Over the line. Keane. Back to Naslund. To Smith behind the net. Tries to feed Keane along the wall. One-timer, and Fuhr saw that one. Got a piece of it. The puck is loose. Greg and Keane fight for it. Greg has it along the boards to Bookberger. And Montreal will change up forwards. 6:53 to go in the opening period. 1-0 Montreal. Greg. Stolen by Green. Montreal in the zone. Green. Going to feed McPhee up the wall on the left side. If Ron can hit the right button. McPhee. In the slot. Fuhr with the save. 6:19 to go. So McPhee, Skrudland, and Lemieux out there with Lawler and Desjardins. First line on for Edmonton, Messier, Tikkanen, and Curry. Face-off between Skrudland and Messier is won by Messier, and they clear. Messier takes it in the Montreal zone. Over to Huddy. A heavy wrister and a wow with a great save. 5:59 to go. 10-9 the shots now in favor of the Oilers. Skrudland and McTavish to the right of Waugh in the Montreal zone. And the face-off is won by McTavish. Huddy. Hit hard by McPhee. Here comes Montreal. They'll get aggressive with it. Desjardins and McPhee over the line. McPhee left wing side. Winds and fires, and Lacombe blocked it. Lacombe has it. They leave it for McTavish. Adams the other way. Left wing shot blocked by Desjardins. Skrudland controls it. Third line coming on. Carbonneau hit by the Moose at center ice. Edmonton has it at center. Messier gets around Carbonneau. Hit by Walter. Now Carbonneau. Odd man rush the other way. Carbonneau and Courtnall. With Bukaboom back there. 2-on-1. Carbonneau waits. Speeds it up. Courtnall 1-on-1. Fuhr got a piece of it. Curry got it back there. Wow. Block shot. Messier to Curry. They dump it around. Waugh plays it for Chelios. Back and forth we go. A twisted wrister. Don't say that 5 times fast. Everybody changes up under 4 to go in the first. Svoboda to Richer. Green. Green at the blue line. He'll take a shot. Green. Skates up. Slaps it. Deflected by Richer, but right in the waiting legs of Grant Fuhr. 3:20 to go, first period. Timeout on the ice. It's Montreal 1, Edmonton nothing, right here on Canadiens Hockey, presented by DigitalDice.com. And on the scoreboard, 3:02 to go in the first. The Hawks lead the Bruins 2-0. Rangers and Islanders are scoreless and Nassau. 12:01 to go in the second, still 3-0 Pittsburgh. Winnipeg and St. Louis from St. Louis, scoreless in the first. Minnesota and Toronto, it's the Leafs 2, the North Stars 1. And they've moved into the second period. So Ontario and West has seen Don Cherry. They have not had the privilege here in the East, in Quebec. First line on for Montreal. Smith, Naslund, and Keane against Carson, Bookberger, and Anderson. Smith hopes to draw this one back. Carson wins the face-off. Huddy breaks it out. Anderson skates it up over the line to Carson, scoring chance. He shoots. Waugh again with a save. That's number 11 for Patrick. Robinson plays it to center, but only to Carson. Back over to Anderson. He misplays the puck. 2:34 to go in the opening period. Chelios starts it the other way to Daslin. Smith to center, but only to Keith Acton as Edmonton changes. Montreal will change too. 2:14 to go. 1-0 Habs. Acton dumps it around. They give it up. Vic Green has it. Now to Skrudland. Left wing side along the wall. McPhee to Lemieux. To Svoboda. Back over to Green. You don't want Green taking shots, but that's what they have. Green. Left side. And tipped in by Lemieux.
Montreal goal scored by Claude Lemieux, his 12th of the season, assisted by Rick Green, and by Petr Svoboda. Time of the goal 18 minutes 36 seconds.
Well, Green was kind of hoping that would be deflected, and Lemieux knew where to hold the stick. He got fewer leaning right. He deflected it left for his 12th from Green, his 5th assist, and Svoboda. And Montreal has a 2-0 lead here at the latter stages of the first period. 1:24 to go. So they stay on the ice. Curry, Messier, and Tikkanen. Edmonton's had 2 power plays, but they really haven't had anything that resembles a super solid scoring chance. Skrudland and Messier at center. Face-off was won by Messier. Joseph to Messier. Gets around Green. Over the line. Hit by Skrudland. Montreal will have it. 1:09 to go. They change up the forwards. Walter over the Edmonton line. Now Svoboda. Penalty coming up on Montreal.
Montreal penalty to Guy Carbonneau. 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 19 minutes 8 seconds.
Well, a dumb penalty to get called for a hook in the opposition zone. It takes a scoring chance off the board, and Edmonton will be on the power play for the rest of this period and possibly the first minute 8 of the second. He sat him like a rented mule. So Gilchrist and Corson, the forwards. Chelios and Robinson, the defenders. For Edmonton, Carson, Anderson, and Lacombe, the forwards. Huddy and Smith, the blue liner. He beat him like a rented mule. Ernie Harwell calling hockey on WJR. Carson and Gilchrist on the faceoff. Won by Carson. Anderson back to Carson. They play tic-tac-toe with it. They pass it. Now Carson from the slot shoots. Scores! That was quick. Jimmy Carson.
Edmonton power play goal by Jimmy Carson, his 12th of the season, assisted by Charlie Huddy, and by number 9, Glenn Anderson. Time of the goal 19 minutes 32 seconds.
Well, you can only hold down Edmonton for so long. They were playing tic-tac-toe with the pass. Huddy found Carlson. Carlson went high on Waz pad side and got it in, his 12th of the year. So that's 12 for Carson. Huddy with his 10th assist and Anderson with his 15th. And so there's 29 seconds to go in the opening period. And it's a 1-goal game. Shots 12-11 in favor of the Oilers. Messier back out for the face-off against Brent Gilchrist. And the face-off was won by Messier. Curry to Messier over the line. Huddy, they're trying to time this up before the siren. Huddy, long shot. Waugh gives up the rebound. Last seconds of the period, Messier's got it. Can they do anything with it? No. But after 20 minutes here at the Forum in Montreal, Montreal leads it 2-1. We'll be back with all the stats and stories right after this. Well, the Troublemakers did make some trouble for my birthday, matching roughing penalties to start the game. But the power play goal for Edmonton came on of Carbonneau, a dumb hook in the zone. Here's a scoring summary. Montreal took a 1-0 lead, 12:20 in the first. Bobby Smith is 11th from Keane and Chelios. Then Claude Lemieux got his 12th of the year at 18:36 to make it 2-0. Concerned subs, unsubbed all over Massachusetts. Green and Svoboda with the assists, and then Jimmy Carson on the power play made it 2-1. He got that high over Patrick Waugh's pad shoulder from Huddy and Anderson. So shots 13-11 in favor of the Oilers. Face-offs 13-6 in favor of the Oilers. Montreal 8 hits to 3, 4 blocks to 2 for Montreal. Edmonton missed the net twice. Scoring chances 8-5 for Montreal. And the Oilers are 1 for 3 in the power play and have yet to commit a boo-boo to put Montreal on the power play. And so that's where we are after one period. Out-of-town board, Kenny Linsman. In the dying seconds of the first has Boston on the board. Chicago 2-1 there. Van Beesbroek has made 11 saves for the Rangers. On Pop Van Suck's night on the island, there's still no score. Pittsburgh 7:02 to go in the second. They still lead 3-1 or 3-0 over Philadelphia. Winnipeg and St. Louis are scoreless in St. Louis, and Toronto, with 5:05 to go in the second, still lead the North Stars 2-1. So Curry, Messier, and Tikkanen out there versus Dazzlin, Smith, and Keane. Huddy and Lowe, Chelios, and Robinson. On the ice as we start the second period, won by Smith in the Edmonton zone to Chelios. Penalty coming up on Charlie. Oh, dear.
Edmonton penalty to Charlie Huddy. 2 minutes for roughing. Montreal penalty to number 15, Bobby Smith. 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalties, 14 seconds.
Well, both could have had the wishbone. Geez, all you had to do was ask. No, the great one's in Los Angeles. The great one is gone. It's 88-89. My 17th birthday, November 26th, 1988. And Charlie and Bobby, you both could have had a piece of cake if you were good. Skrudland and Messier on the face-off. In the zone, won by Skrudland. McPhee on a wraparound. McPhee on fewer scores! Mike McPhee!
Montreal goal scored by Mike McPhee, his 8th of the season, assisted by number 24, Chris Chelios, and by Claude Lemieux. Time of the goal 30 seconds.
Well, you can't let any NHL player get that kind of pressure on a wraparound. Fuhr tried to get down there, and he just went over the mask. He kind of golfed it like a 9-iron or a wedge shot, and that's his 8th of the year. From Chelios, his 24th. That's true. We'll get to that in a second. And Lemieux, his 10th assist. So it's 3-1 Habs, 30 seconds in. Hey, it's my birthday. You can celebrate American Thanksgiving as well. You want cake, you want turkey, you want stuffing. Not my problem. I'm not making it. So Skrudland stays out there. Carson, who has the goal for Edmonton, is on the ice with Anderson and Buchberger. Smith and Lowe, that was just bad. That was just bad defense all the way around. The thing is, in the Gretzky years, Edmonton could make up for that because they could score pretty much at will. They're finding now, especially in this replay, they're 9-10-4, that they can't do that anymore. They actually have to play some defense. Carson and Skrudland on the face-off. Won by Carson. He's had a good game. Buchberger dumps it around, but only to Larry Robinson. 19-12, second period. Robinson to McPhee. Skrudland in the Edmonton zone to McPhee. Another penalty. And Buchberger and Claude Lemieux exchange Thanksgiving greetings.
Edmonton penalty to Kelly Buchberger. 2 minutes for roughing. Montreal penalty to Claude Lemieux. 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalties, 1 minute 6 seconds.
Well, if you look, Edmonton's looking for dance partners. They're going to find plenty here in Montreal, as Buchberger and Lemieux argue about whether they want light meat or dark meat in their turkey. Buchberger, so a minute 8 to go in the matching minors to Huddy and Bobby Smith. These two teams are starting to not like each other. You got to think, with Gretzky in Los Angeles, that everybody's starting to like Edmonton now. So back-to-back roughing matching penalties. Carbonneau now on the ice against McTavish, Issel, and Lacombe. Walter and Courtnall out with Carbonneau. He hopes to draw it back. Minute 6 gone here in the second. Courtnall behind the net. Looks for Ryan Walter for an outside shot. Walter left side. He shoots. Fewer makes that save, and we'll have another face-off. A very busy minute and 42 seconds here in the second period. Carson out there with Carbonneau for the face-off. Carbonneau wins it. Svoboda. Again, passes to Walter for an outside shot left side. He fires, and Fewer makes the pad save, and we'll do this again. This time McTavish is out for the face-off with Issel and Lacombe. So let's see if the third verse is the same as the second. 17:57 in the period. Walter will take the face-off instead, and it is won by Montreal. Carbonneau behind the net. Tries to find Walter on down the board, left side. He shoots. Fewer makes the save, and Fewer wants another face-off. And if you were watching on TV, you are tired already of the Canadian Tire ads. Habs change up. Gilchrist out there against Messier. Corson and Richer with Gilchrist, Lawler, and Desjardins on defense. Corson will take the face-off against Messier, and it is won by Edmonton. Corson got it, but over now to Messier. Messier, slapper. Between the dots. Wow, with the stop. And the face-off comes. Quick changes for Edmonton. 17:07 to go in the second. Carson to Gilchrist. This time on the face-off. Carson and Gilchrist. Won by Brent. Richer dumps it around. They're trying to get it. Gregg, however, wins it for Edmonton.
Edmonton penalty to Randy Gregg. 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 3 minutes 11 seconds.
And I can't say I'm surprised with Glenn Sather's reaction to that. That was not a great penalty call there. So Montreal will get the power play, their first of the game. Yeah, I like White at home too. So Gregg gets called for 2 minutes. Everyone is back on the ice. Chelios and Svoboda from the blue line. Smith, Richer, and Naslin, the power play unit. McTavish and Anderson for Edmonton with Lowe and Huddy. First power play for Montreal comes in the second period. McTavish wins the face-off. McTavish dumps it around all the way down, and Ron's got to sneeze. Buttons. So Bobby Smith will start this rush, and we got to sneeze again. That'll take care of it. If not, I'm kissing a fool. Come here, Davey. They'll bring it back up the ice. Smith saucers one to Naslin. Dumps it around. Fewer sweeps it back for Huddy. Anderson hit by Chelios at center. Svoboda has it in the zone. Svoboda wants to feed Bobby Smith in the slot. Can he do it? No, McTavish with a hit. Edmonton has it. 55 to go in the power play. McTavish clears it all the way down. And 38 seconds, and Montreal will change up. Carbonneau, Lemieux, and Courtnall are the forwards. Robinson and Desjardins, the defensemen. Montreal's power play 15th in the NHL at 20%. Edmonton 15th on the kill at 76. Both teams changed. Lemieux over the line to Desjardins. Desjardins from the back of the right circle. Fewer makes the save. The puck is loose. Bounces back to center. Controlled by Larry Robinson. One last rush for the Habs. Courtnall chips it around for Lemieux. Desjardins, another penalty coming.
To Steve Smith. 2 minutes for slashing. Time of the penalty, 5 minutes 10 seconds.
So again, Sather has a few words for the officiating crew here. And so another power play coming. Montreal went 0 for, only got one shot off the first one. They've outshot Edmonton 16-14. So Carbonneau will start this with Courtnall and Lemieux, Robinson and Desjardins. Messier Because technically it's 5-on-3 for about a second. They haven't come out of the box yet. Carbonneau wins it. Can they get a quick shot out goal? Lemieux, he will. He fires, and Fuhr will get the save and the hold. And so now it's 5-on-4. Messier and Curry. Don't remember Curry being that good defensively. Well, that's not bad. A 4-9. Not terrible. Messier is actually a 4-6, so Yari Curry is a better defender than Mark Messier. Who knew? Joseph and Greg, the defenders. Greg coming out of the box. No changes for Montreal. A minute 57 in the Smith penalty. Carbonneau wins the face-off. Desjardins. Desjardins just going to fling this and hope. He shoots, deflected, and Fuhr gives up the rebound back to Claude Lemieux. The shot deflected again by Fuhr. Rebound loose over to Carbonneau. Has it behind the net. He doesn't like what he sees. They'll set up the pass around again. Now Carbonneau in front of the net. Carbonneau's going to shoot. Actually, Carbonneau's going to penetrate on Messier. Does he? Yes, he does. He gets around him. He shoots. Fuhr gives up the rebound and deflects it out of play. That'd be a penalty today. So, Chelios and Lawler now out on defense. And the first line is in for Montreal. Anderson and McTavish out to defend for Edmonton. 20-14 now the shots in favor of Montreal. And Fuhr has ended up playing a pretty good period. 13:46 second period. Hope you're enjoying this return of Montreal Canadiens hockey. They lead the Oilers 3-1 on Super Bowl on my 17th birthday. How about that? Montreal wins the face-off. Smith over to Richer. Going to play a give and go with Smith. Left side. Fuhr makes the save. Covers up between the legs, and we'll have another face-off. 19 seconds left on the power play. McTavish and Anderson, so no changes for either team. McTavish versus Smith. Face-off won by McTavish. Anderson gets it out all the way down, and that will kill the power play. So Montreal starts the night 0 for 2. Lawler and Desjardins, the defenders. Gilchrist dumps it around for Corson to Richer. Slapper for Richer. Right side. That misses everything high and off the glass. And we got ourselves a television timeout. 12:32 to go in the second period. Montreal 3, Edmonton 1. So on the ticker, 11:05 to go in the second at the Garden. It's still 2-1 Chicago. Rangers and Islanders are still scoreless on the island. Kelly Hrudey has 21 saves for the Fishermen. Pittsburgh is throttling Philadelphia 5-0. That's a big one in the third for Pittsburgh. Mario Lemieux has the second of the game. Winnipeg has opened up the ledger against St. Louis. 12:02 to go in the second. Brent Ashton at 17:56 of the first to give the Jets a 1-0 lead. And Minnesota, where's Gardner? Minnesota has pulled ahead of the Leafs 3-2. Mark Habscheid at 1:34 of the third to give the North Stars the lead. 11:04 to go in that one. So Skrudland and Messier on the face-off with McPhee and Lemieux. Curry and Tikkanen, first line out there. A message from Bell Tire, yep. So face-off in front of Fuhr. Won by Messier. Curry, Messier, 3-on-3 over the line. Messier, shot right side. Winds and fires. Waugh got a piece of that. Bounces away only to Messier. Behind the net, over to Tikkanen. Messier hit by Svoboda. They had a good chance, but they only got the one shot. Back come the Habs. 11:55 to go. Curry knocks Lemieux off the puck. Messier has it in the zone. Messier going to skate around. He fires. Waugh with a save. Puck is loose. Controlled between Messier and Green along the boards. McPhee will kick it out. And Montreal will change up. Both teams will. Carbonneau dumps it around the other wing. Bookberger picks it up. Hit by Walter. Montreal has it. Walter, Chelios, Carbonneau behind the net. He's got Walter open. Left side in the circle. Into the slot. Fuhr with a good save. Nice by Grant. Rebound loose for Bookberger. And they dump it around. Anderson to Bookberger. In trouble. He loses the puck. Montreal changes. Svoboda to Gilchrist. He mishandles it. Edmonton in the zone. McTavish. McTavish, can he find somebody? He's going to go skate it around himself. He's got Lacombe in front. McTavish shoots. Waugh gives up the rebound and out of play. 9:35 to go. Second period. 3-1 Montreal. So again, the fourth line stays out for the Habs. Lawler and Desjardins. The defenders, Acton, McClellan, and Issel. The forwards, Bukaboom and Joseph. The defense for Edmonton. In the Montreal zone, won by Edmonton, as a matter of fact. Acton. Tough Acton. He fires. He misses wide of the net. Richer will start it the other way. 9:15 to go in the second. Corson in the zone to Richer. Stefan lines and fires, and Fuhr makes the save. First line coming on. Smith, Naslund, and Keane against the Acton line. Bobby Smith has a goal. Mike Keane has an assist. And Bobby Smith has 4 penalty minutes. Hopes to draw it back. Smith, Edmonton wins it. They trail 3-1. Issel in the zone to Acton. Lawler with a hit. So Edmonton trying to do their best, but they aren't getting good shots on. Lawler. Naslund at center. Naslund to Lawler one-timer. Mike Lawler. Saved by Fuhr. First line defense comes on. Chelios and Robinson, Gregg and Smith, the defenders for Edmonton, Messier, Tikkanen, and Curry. On the ice for Edmonton, and that forward line has been held to just 3 shots. Smith and Messier in the face-off in the Edmonton zone. Won by Messier. Tikkanen has it over to Curry. Messier with a good shot. He shoots. Waugh! Got a glove on it, and we'll have a face-off. 7:55 to go in the second. Smith and Carson, this time on a face-off, and nope. Going to change it up. Skrudland, McPhee, and Lemieux. So Skrudland and Carson, won by Carson. He's had a monster night on the face-off. Sanderson hit by Chelios. Here come the Habs. They get aggressive. Lemieux hit by Huddy. Edmonton, Huddy. He can shoot. Huddy will. Right side. Waugh! Again with the save, and Edmonton starting to get frustrated. That's what that .1 means up in the left corner. So Skrudland and Messier this time on the face-off. In front of Waugh. Won by Skrudland. McPhee clears it to center. Gregg to Tikkanen. Back to Gregg. Another defenseman shot. He shoots. Messier scores! Messier tipped it in. And there wasn't anything Waugh could do.
Edmonton goal scored by number 11, Mark Messier, his 11th of the season, assisted by Randy Gregg, and by ESA Tikkanen. Time of the goal 13 minutes 30 seconds.
So Gregg hit one of those ground huggers that Messier knew to tip. Waugh had committed one way, and Messier knocked it in the other. That's the 11th for Messier on the year. Only the 3rd assist from Randy Gregg, and ESA, that sounds like the European Space Agency to me. Asa Space taking in his 17th assist, and it's 3-2. Who was ESA? It's Asa. And I forget where he's from. He's from Finland? I think with a name like Tikkanen, it certainly is Scandinavian. Line changes from Montreal. Carbonneau, Walter, and Courtnall out there versus Acton, Issel, and McClelland. Bukaboom and Joseph on the defense. Green and Swoboda for Montreal. And since Elvis always asks when the next stream is going to be, it's tomorrow night, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, a doubleheader from the Polo Grounds in Manhattan. For Memorial Day, 1949, the Brooklyn Dodgers and the New York Giants. So, doubleheader action for you tomorrow on Retro Sports Network. Hard to believe that this replay has gotten to Memorial Day already. Carbonneau and Acton on the face-off here at the Forum, won by Carbonneau. Courtnall clears it for an icing. And again, you can just see Montreal making some bad mental mistakes. And so Carson, let's see, go pull up the wide open net. He missed the 98 finals against Detroit. Who, Tikkanen? Or Carbonneau? Yeah, I don't mess around with that. But thanks, though. I'm amazed at how well it does with some of these names to begin with. But yeah, you can edit things around in the narrator. I doubt we'll have another Tikkanen game this year. So, Carson and Carbonneau on the face-off in the Montreal zone. Well, Walter will take it instead, and it is won by Edmonton. Anderson shoots. Wah! Gives up a rebound. Swoboda behind the net. 5:53 to go in the second. Walter over the line. Ryan Walter. He shoots. He misses that wide left. Carson has it. Leaves it for Greg. Bookberger dumps it around for Carson. Anderson. Penalty coming up. Another roughing call.
Edmonton penalty to Steve Smith. 2 minutes for roughing. Montreal penalty to Ryan Walter. 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalties, 14 minutes 42 seconds.
Steve Smith, yep, gets called for that. Most of the names are right. You know, Mark, it's all about the base. No trouble. I'd imagine you're doing some 86 Astros replaying Kevin Base up all the time. That would bug you. So, penalties to Smith and Walter. They're fighting over a birthday cake and stuffing because it's Thanksgiving weekend, and this game was on my 17th birthday if you joined us late. I am no longer 17 years old. Sometimes I acted. Gilchrist, Corson, and Richer are the forward line for Montreal. First line out for Edmonton, Tikkanen, Messier, and Curry. Lowe and Huddy versus Desjardins and Lawler. Oh, Dick Base. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I would change that to Bass. And there's an F-35 going overhead. Low ceiling here. We are not getting much snow here in Burlington. Other places are. So face off in front of WAF. 5:18 to go, second period. 3-2 Montreal. Gilchrist wins it. Curry checks Corson in the board. Curry. And we got a fight. Messier and Corson. Messier knocks him down.
Edmonton penalty to number 11, Mark Messier. 5 minutes for fighting. Montreal penalty to Shane Corson. 5 minutes for fighting.
Well, Corson, I'm not sure he knew what he was getting into. They threw a couple punches, and Messier slammed the helmet off and hit him in the forehead, and Corson hit the ice like shrimp. And so they'll both get 5 minutes. That's true. You didn't have to hear Joe Teasman. And Joe Teasman there. I'm 2 hours from Montreal. I'm about 4 from Boston. So let's take a look. Everything is now started in the NHL. Don't know what finals we have. And Canadian Thanksgiving is in early October. But our Thanksgiving was 2 days before, on November 24th. In fact, on that Friday, on that Black Friday, was the major earthquake in Chicoutimi, if you remember that. Because that was what was on the front page of the Montreal Gazette this 26th day of November 1988. Again, 2-1, the Hawks over the Bruins. 3 minutes ago in the second. Calgary, 2 quick ones over the Gretzky's. Nieuwendyk at 2:51, the latest goal. Marcel Dion for the Rangers, 3:01 to go in the second. They lead the Islanders 2-0. We finally get a report from Quebec, 2 minutes to go in the second. They lead Hartford 3-2. Brown with the last goal there. Brett Hull has a goal for St. Louis, but Winnipeg leads the Blues 2-1 in the second. And the third, Minnesota and Toronto playing a good one. 1:02 to go there. 4-3 North Stars. McRae with the last goal there. And apparently the Pittsburgh-Philly game has gone final. Depends, Big Clue. When you start following hockey? Mark Messier, you've heard of. He's sitting in the box. Him and Shane Corson after that fight. So they both get the rest of... You haven't yet. So how would you know how to follow them? Oh, Brad. So 3-2 Montreal. 5 to go in the second period. Corson and Messier get an extended period break. Face off in front of Grant Fuhr. Won by Montreal. Smith tries to find Keane in front of the net. Keane's got it. He shoots and scores! Mike Keane from Bobby Smith.
Montreal goal scored by Mike Keane, his 9th of the season, assisted by number 15, Bobby Smith. Time of the goal 15 minutes 31 seconds.
So, Jimmy Carson, who has played so well in this game, couldn't win that face-off. Smith went behind the net, found a wide-open Keane, and swept it in. It was almost like there. Yeah, Chelios played forever. Claude Lemieux, you'd know, from the 90s. So 4:29 to go, and it's 4-2 Montreal. Shots 25-21 in favor of the Habs. So same face-off pairing. Carson out there with Curry and Tikkanen. You should know Yari Curry as well. And the face-off was won by Montreal at center. Desjardins to Keane. Dumps it around for Smith. Naslin. Keane. Misplayed it. Here comes Tikkanen. Boom. They clear it to center, but that's it. Montreal tries to skate it around. McPhee. Lemieux. One-timer. Claude. Blocked by Boom. Over to Tikkanen. Edmonton tries to break it out the other way. Tikkanen on the left wing side. Over to Curry. Greg. Heavy slapper. Tries to put that one on Tikkanen's stick, but it's wide of the net. And Chelios was skated out. 3:18 to go in the Fighting Majors. 4-2 Montreal. 3:18 to go in the second period. Skrudlin to Claude Lemieux, who surprisingly did not have a fight. Lets it fly. Breaks his stick. Loses it to the right. Wide of the goal. Randy Gregg has it. Everyone changing up. .301 to go in the period. Low behind his own net. Anderson dumps it around for Bookberger. Over to Anderson. They lose possession. 2:42 to go. Montreal behind their own net. They lead 4-2. Carbonneau to Green to Courtnall. Long shot right side. He fires and Fuhr will make the save. 2-2-2 to go. 4-2 Montreal. My high school, it was a club team when I was there. Now it's a varsity sport, but I'm surprised up here in the hinterlands of Vermont. Ryan Walter back on the ice with Carbonneau and Courtnall. How do I normally proceed when they give you the options? Can you not? Oh, because I don't have the mouse on. If I'm on a face-off in the other team zone or in my offensive zone, I hit 2, which is draw back. So if Carbonneau wins the face-off, he would try to draw it back from the defenders to start the play. If I am on defense in my own zone, in that zone, I usually play balanced. But I forgot. You don't see the mouse when I do these streams. That is not Super Joe Charbonneau, although it is Guy Carbonneau. I wonder what, a 2 sports star? Yes. Carbonneau and Acton on the face-off. Carbonneau wins it. Carbonneau behind the net. Doesn't like what he sees, they'll pass it around. Plenty of time. Lacombe with a takeaway. Let's see if Edmonton can rush it. Walter hits Acton. Montreal has it at center. Now to Lawler over the line. Lawler will just fling this one from the left side. Blocked by Joseph. 1:15 to go in the second period. Desjardins has it at center. And so here, when I do dump and chase, skater, pass, or clear, I normally just go skater, pass. I want to give the team an opportunity. It's more of an aggressive play. If you really want to be pedantic about it, depending on the line, I could do dump and chase. Gilchrist by the half boards will try to skate it in. Desjardins. Naslin over the line to Gilchrist. Robinson with a long slapper. Right side. Misses high over everything. Last minute of the second period. McClellan to Huddy. Carson chips it around. They'll dump it around. Issel to McClellan. Penalty coming up. And McClellan caught a high stick and I believe wished Brent Gilchrist an early Christmas.
Edmonton penalty to Kevin McClelland. 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct. Montreal penalty to Brent Gilchrist. 2 minutes for high sticking. Time of the penalties, 19 minutes 15 seconds.
So McClellan, because he ran his mouth, got Edmonton talked out of a power play. It would have been an Edmonton power play, but that's not the case because McClellan just kept running and running and running. And so they sent them both to the box. Carson and Skrudlin, it's 5 aside, 45 and change to go here in the second period. Face-off was won by Carson, and he's going to shoot. How you doing, Braves for Life? Good to have you along. Carson will break his stick. That moves wide left. Lemieux. 30 seconds to go in the second period. McPhee dumps it around the glass and out, but only to center. Tikkanen dumps it around, and that is the end of the second period. 15-8, the shots in favor of Montreal. It's 2 minutes after 1 this Super Bowl Sunday. We'll go through all the stats and stories of the second period right after this. Hold on, let me do the summary here. So 3 goals in the second period. Mike McPhee at 30 seconds. Even strength from Chelios and Lemieux was 8th of the year. Messier made it 3-2 at the 13:30 mark from Greg and Tikkanen. And then Mike Keane from Bobby Smith, his 21st assist. The 9th goal makes it 4-2 Montreal. Shots in the period 15-8. 26-21 in favor of Montreal. Face-offs for Edmonton 24-21. And the rest of it's just too far in the screen because people weren't behaving themselves. Yep. Time for a drink. No, if you scored on a major, it's just 1. So you're 1 for 1. It's still the same power play. On the out-of-town scoreboard, only 5 games now showing. So we won't know the Toronto score, and we won't know the Pittsburgh score till we're done. 2-1 Hawks over the Bruins, last minute of the second period. Calgary 2-1 over the Kings in the first period. Bernie Nichols at 5:44, the last goal for Los Angeles. Third period on the island, 2-1 Rangers. Stevens gets on the board for Island. Yep, even if you scored twice, because it's 1 power play opportunity. And so it doesn't matter how many you score, you converted on it. It's kind of like third down in football. Doesn't matter if you convert third and an inch or third and 25, you just convert. Yep, and now you know, and knowing is half the battle. Quebec 3-2 over Hartford in the third period, 13 minutes to go there. Brown with the last goal. Evans has tied things up in St. Louis, 2-2 with the Jets, end of the second period. And so after that, Messier is back on the ice after the fight. 1:15 in the minors to McClelland and Gilchrist. Someone was screaming, "Covert or die" to me the other day. Cover or die? Convert. I think convert's the word you were looking for. Well, convert. I don't need to know what's going on at your work. Okay, Brad? If they own GameStop, I just can't help you there. All right, Messier and Smith at center to start the third period. Hockey for you next Sunday at noon Eastern. Montreal versus somebody, and we'll figure that out after the game as we play the end of November 1988. This is from my 17th birthday, which I got rudely ill that night, by the way. Smith and Messier at center. And the puck is dropped, won by Messier, low. Up the ice in trouble, he dumps it around. Robinson has it, another penalty, and Mike Keane gets called for the hold.
Montreal penalty to Mike Keane, 2 minutes for holding, time of the penalty, 14 seconds.
So Carbonneau and Corson will kill this one off. Messier, Curry, and Tikkanen as Edmonton is handed a golden opportunity. No, we didn't grow up in the area. My dad is from the Buffalo area, so he was a Bills fan. No, it actually was... Yeah, you can score as many times as Michigan says on a major, but it doesn't count. It's just one for one as an opportunity. Baseball, when it returns to Montreal, whether it's Tampa, which I think it will be the Expos. I had a bad reaction to some scallops for my birthday dinner. Tasted great at 6:30. We'll just leave it at that. Carbonneau and Messier on the face-off. Edmonton trying to get a power play goal. Projectile is a bad reaction, Brad. You know, I'm not against banning the subs. I'm just saying that. Come on. This is a face more than a mother could love. Don't give me that. You know what? I should say this. My wife's in the other room. Sarah and I, on Tuesday, will have been together 25 years. So if she's put up with my mug, so can you. So Messier on the face-off. Montreal hopes to clear. Carbonneau does, but Corson hit by Lowe. Edmonton has it. Curry behind the net. Curry skates around. Winds and fires and scores. So that didn't take very long, did it?
Edmonton power play goal by number 17, Yari Curry, his 16th of the season, and by number 11, Mark Messier, time of the goal 42 seconds.
So how about that? Ron's obviously quite sober, thank you. Or loaded with money. If that's loaded with money, then I'm still not talking to you. 16th on the year for Curry, unassisted. He got the puck after Corson knocked Lowe off it. Montreal couldn't get there. Curry found some room in front of the net and just flung it stick side high on Y. It's a one-goal game. So the power play is here. Dave's feeling a bit better. He was here, but Montreal pulled ahead, and I don't think he wants to watch them win. Is he still here? Let's double check. Yeah, he should be still here. Just a sinus thing. It's snowing down in Massachusetts today. I'm not sure how much they were supposed to get. But 'tis the season, especially for nor'easters as they come up the coast. So Curry makes it a 1-goal game, 4-3. Smith and McTavish on the face-off. Lacombe and Adams with McTavish. Greg Adams, looking like that is a high school ID picture for Greg. And the first line's out for Montreal. Just the start of the third period here from the form. 4-3 Montreal. They win the face-off. Smith for Keane. Back to Smith. Lacombe with the check. Edmonton steals it. McTavish to Lacombe. McTavish behind the net. McTavish skates around. No, it's not a prison sentence. We'll be married 23 in August. He shoots. Waugh will make the save. Leaves it behind for Robinson. And Montreal will change the defense with 18:45 to go. Green to Naslund. Dumps it around. Play is tied up. Smith will have it to Green. Rick Green shoots. Fuhrer will make the stop, and we'll get a face-off. 18:27, 1-goal game here at the Forum. Edmonton better than the fourth-place team that they are and currently in the replay, 9-10-4. And Montreal has been on a serious roll all year. They are 18-6-1, and the clear leaders in the Adams division. Smith and Carson on the face-off. Carson wins it. Buchberger hit by Keane. Montreal has it. Keane behind the net. Wants Naslund for an outside shot. Naslund left side behind the dot. Fires. Fuhrer gets a piece of it. Rebound is loose. Anderson's got it. Edmonton skates it out the other way. Buchberger dumps it around for Anderson to Lowe. His shot. Wow with a stop. Leaves it behind for Green. And Montreal will change. Both teams change. Desjardins to McPhee. Hit by Bukabu. Edmonton much more alive here in the third period. Joseph has it at center. Joseph to Messier over the line to Curry. Curry to Joseph. They pass it around. Skrudlin with a hit. One too many passes. Montreal will skate it. And Desjardins starts from behind his own net to Claude Lemieux. Skates it all the way, ices it all the way down, and a face-off coming. 16:42, regulation time, 4-3, Montreal. So Carbonell's line is out there against McTavish with Walter and Courtnall. McTavish, and now Walter will take the face-off. McTavish wins it for Edmonton. Low. Shoots. Wah. Saves. Walter. Leaves it for Lawler. Carbonell. Penalty coming up.
Edmonton penalty to Kevin Lowe. 2 minutes for roughing. Montreal penalty to Ryan Walter. 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalties, 3 minutes 53 seconds.
I imagine, Brad, that it's just kind of like a random fast action card flip within the game. And so that's how it does it, and probably just rolls a random dice after a set amount of time and plus or minus. That would be my guess. So Skrudlin and Messier on the face-off. Lowe and Walter again, arguing over what's better, a yam or a sweet potato. So no birthday cake for you two either. Lots of roughing calls here. We've already had one fight. Messier and Skrudlin in the Edmonton zone on the face-off. 4-3 Montreal, a good one. 16:07 to go in the third. Chelios to Lemieux, back to McPhee. Goes over the boards to Chelios. Chelios, a slapper. He'll shoot. Fuhrer with a save and a hold. So we'll get another face-off. Strat. In the regular game, it's 30 fast action cards per period. But on the PC version, it's 35. And again, there's a little bit of jury rigging behind there, plus or minus the roughly 40 seconds per card. So Skrudlin and now McTavish out for the face-off. Skrudlin hopes to draw this one back. McTavish wins it. Edmonton has won a ton of these. They chip it around. Adams to McTavish, but it bounces over his stick right in the waiting arms of Larry Robinson. And Montreal will change. 15:09 to go in the third period. Naslin to Carbonneau. Over the line to Svoboda. Penalty coming up on Edmonton. Svoboda with a slapper. That's going to miss wide. And it is on Gregg. Randy Gregg.
Edmonton penalty to Randy Gregg. 2 minutes for interference. Time of the penalty, 5 minutes 5 seconds.
Well, say there's not an argument with that one too much, but you don't want to give Montreal a chance to get a 2-goal lead back. 48 seconds left in the matching minors to Walter and Lowe, and Randy Gregg is in the box. So Smith, Richer, and Naslin, the power play pairing for Montreal. McTavish and Anderson trying to kill this for Edmonton. Bukaboom and Smith, the defenders. Chelios and Svoboda, the blue liners. For the Habs. Face-off is won by Bobby Smith to Richer. Back over to Svoboda. Anderson with a hit. Edmonton was trying to kill this one off, and they clear it all the way down to center, where Svoboda starts the next rush. 1:13 to go. And Montreal will change. No shots yet in the power play. They change on the fly. Carbonneau dumps it around the net. Pure plays it to Bukaboom. 1:10 to go, and McTavish clears it all the way down. Lemieux touches it behind Waugh. 49 seconds to go. That is Dr. Randy Gregg. Oh, what's he a doctor of? Lemieux. Oilers change. Robinson to Carbonneau. Up the ice and over the line to Desjardins. Lemieux. They play, but Curry with a big hit. Edmonton again. Good defense. Messier regroups and clears. 13 seconds to go. One last rush, and no shots for Montreal on this power play. Courtnall. Left side. Carbonneau deflects it wide. And that should kill it. It does. Lemieux has the puck behind the net. They'll stay out there trying to dump something along. Carbonneau trying to feed Lemieux. Lemieux at point-blank range. If he can get the shot, he does. Gregg is there. Gregg blocked. No, Fuhr with a beautiful save. Rebound loose, controlled by Courtnall. Goes for Lemieux again. Cross-ice pass. One-timer. Lemieux. Fuhr with another big save. Oh, baby. Puck is loose. Curry and Courtnall fight for it. Curry has it over to Huddy. And we'll change it up. Everybody getting some fresh legs on the ice. Steve Smith skates it for Edmonton. Surveys the ice. Long pass to Carson in the Montreal zone. Over to Anderson. They play tic-tac-toe. Svoboda with a hit. Montreal has it. 11:48 to go. Regulation time. Bobby Smith to Rick Green. Hit by Carson. Edmonton has it at center. Anderson overskates it. Montreal. Svoboda. Some tired legs out there. Fourth line coming on for Montreal. Svoboda hopes to skate it over. Corson does. To Gilchrist behind the net. Trying to feed Svoboda at the blue line. Svoboda shoots, and Fuhr makes the save. And a TV timeout. 10:36 to go at the Forum in Montreal. It is Montreal 4, Edmonton 3. George Schultz. Is that Reagan Schultz? And he was 100? He was a family doctor. Oh, it's a medical doctor. Oh. Podubners, was he with Toronto? I'm not sure. Yep. Reagan's Secretary of State. He replaced Alexander Haig. First line's coming out. So here's what's left on the out-of-town digital dice scoreboard. Boston has tied the game against the Hawks. 15 to go in the third. Glenn Wesley at 2:13 made it 2-2. Calgary all over Los Angeles in the first. Dougie Gilmour makes it 4-1. 14 to go at the Island. It's 2-1 Rangers. And St. Louis and Winnipeg are tied at 2. 14 to go in the third. And all of our scoreboard updates brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Smith and Messier out for this big face-off. 10:36 to go in the third period on the return of Montreal Canadiens hockey. Messier wins the face-off. Boom, hit by Bobby Smith. Montreal has it at center. Robinson skates it in. Naslund, penalty coming up on Edmonton. Naslund, left side, that's going to be wide. And the penalty will be on Esa Tikkanen.
Edmonton penalty to ESA Tikkanen. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 10 minutes 2 seconds.
So the guy used to sing that name when he scored a goal. Walt Podubny. Any Hakon Loop points? I don't know. Can't check that during the game. They just tell you the most recent goal scorer. Chelios sends Svoboda. On defense, Richer joins Smith and Naslund. McTavish and Anderson to kill this one. Lowe and Huddy on defense. 9:58 to go. Montreal trying to get back a 2-goal lead over Edmonton. Face-off is won by Smith. Habs on the power play. Richer, left side. Winds and fires and blocked by McTavish. Richer to Naslund and to Svoboda. Going to feed up the boards to Bobby Smith. In the slot, Fuhr with a stop. Glove saves, leaves it for McTavish behind the net. Anderson skates around. Chelios, now Anderson. Hit by Chelios. Montreal has it in their own zone. Halfway home in the power play. They will change. Larry Robinson on the ice. To Carbonneau. Dumps it around for Courtnall. To Desjardins. Tries to go through a screen. Shoots. Fuhr gives up the rebound. And loose. Desjardins recovers. Desjardins gonna fire. Going high on Fuhr. And Fuhr makes the stop. Rebound is loose. Claude Lemieux has it behind the net. Carbonneau's there in the middle. If he can get it, he's pressured by Curry. He'll shoot. Scores! Guy Carbonneau!
Montreal power play goal by Guy Carbonneau, his 9th of the season, assisted by Claude Lemieux, and by Eric Desjardins. Time of the goal 11 minutes 50 seconds.
McTavish wasn't needed the last one to go helmetless. Carbonneau danced around for a while, and Lemieux saw him open. So a tape-to-tape pass. That is Carbonneau's 9th of the year. With 8:10 to go in the game, Lemieux, his 11th assist, and Desjardins, his 6th assist. So Edmonton, this isn't over yet. It's only 5-3. Fourth line on, Gilchrist, Corson, and Richer. Green and Svoboda, the defensive pairing for Montreal. Acton is out there for Edmonton. Montreal wins the face-off. Green up the ice to Corson. Down the left wing, dumps it around. Svoboda to Gilchrist. Now to Richer behind the net. Gilchrist may be open in the slot. He does. He shoots. McClellan with a good block. McClellan has it back to Acton, and Edmonton starts the next rush. 7:39 to go. Dumps it all the way down. They can't get anything with it. Gilchrist will field it. Brent, 7:19 to go in the third. Svoboda. Now to Green, over the line. Richer, penalty coming
Edmonton
up.
penalty to Kevin Lowe. 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 12 minutes 55 seconds.
Well, Edmonton's starting to get silly now as Lowe with the hook. Podubner started in 81-82 with Edmonton and died at my age of a heart attack. Wow. That, I can tell you, 49's pretty young. Carbonneau out there with Courtnall and Lemieux, Robinson and Desjardins. My father died at 49. My dad died at 66, but my father died at 49 of a massive heart attack. Anderson and McTavish out there for Edmonton. Joseph and Smith, the defensive core, and Edmonton hopes to kill this one off. They don't want to go down 3 here in the third period. Face-off is won by Carbonneau. Desjardins. Father is not the same as Dad. Mom got married a bunch of times. Desjardins shoots. Fuhr with the big old save. And we'll do it again. 6:46 to go in the game. 5-3 Montreal. My father, I think they would have been about the same age. I think my father was born in 50. Nope, Dad died in 16. Dad died at 66. Well, if he was 49, he'd have been my father would have been 71, and Dad would have been 72 in November, the day I turned 50. So Carbonneau and McTavish out on the face-off. 6:46 to go. Carbonneau wins it. Lemieux to Desjardins. Back to Courtnall behind the net. No one really there. Montreal has time on their side. Yes, they do. Lemieux. Lemieux's going to penetrate on... No, he's going to shoot on Smith. Lemieux slapper. From the outside, blocked by Anderson. A 1:04 to go in the power play. Smith to Anderson. Anderson clears it all the way down. Montreal changes up. 34 seconds to go on the power play. Both teams change. Svoboda along the wall to Smith. Bobby Smith over the line to Richer behind the net. Trying to feed Chelios along the wall. Chelios with a shot. He shoots. That is blocked by Fuhr. Richer gets the rebound. Power play is over. Montreal can't convert. Richer trying to find Bobby Smith in the slot. Smith shoots, and Fuhr with the save. And the last check of the in-game scoreboard with 4:49 to go. Elvis. Yeah, Mom's still with me. She turned 69 in June. Elvis, his dad had a mathematics birthday. 9 plus 7 is 16. There you go. On the ticker. So 4 other games still in progress. 11 to go in the third period. Boston now leads Chicago 3-2. Craig Janney at 7:01 gave the Bruins a lead. Second period in Calgary. The Flames lead the Gretzky's 4-1. Rangers 3-1 over the Islanders. 6:01 to go. Kelly Kissio had the last goal there. And Winnipeg and St. Louis are still knotted at 2 in the third. And every scoreboard update is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today at Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. Yes, 9 minus 7 is 2. Caps and Flyers in real life, 3-2 in the second period. Ovi's got 2 goals and an assist. How about that? Ovi, I think, has an outside chance, especially if we get a cup. If next season is a full season and he could continue to score there. I still think he's got an outside shot of passing Gordie Howe for number 2 all time. He's certainly going to finish top 5 all time. Bobby Smith and Mark Messier on the face-off. 4:49 to go. Actually, we'll bring in some changes. So Skrudlin, McPhee, and Lemieux, who's been on the ice 17 minutes, but he's got 3 points, a goal, and 2 assists. With Lawler and Desjardins, Curry, Messier, and Tikkanen, with Smith and Gregg. Face-off is won by Messier. Gregg to Smith. Across the line, recovered at center by McPhee. Montreal tries to skate it in. Lemieux checked around Smith. Lemieux into zone, misplays it, loses it to Curry. Curry to Gregg. Tikkanen flips it out, but they can't do anything with it. Do I try to get the ice times close? I go by the fatigue. I try not to let anybody get into the asterisk. And by the late 80s, it was a 4-line game. And obviously, players who play on special teams such as power plays and penalty kills, you're not going to get it right. But what I don't pay much attention to how long someone plays. I just try not to make them tired. Skrudlin starts it up to McPhee. McPhee over the line. Smith seals it. Smith and Skrudlin battle along the boards. Edmonton's got it. Huddy. 3:31 to play. Huddy to Anderson, who misplays it. Montreal has it at center. Ron's got a sneeze. Walter. Montreal's going to try to skate. Carbonneau skates it over the line. Bookberger with a big hit. He has it in his own zone. Over to Huddy. Anderson off the glass. Over to Carson. Over the line to Huddy. They play tic-tac-toe. Charlie Huddy. Real close. There's nobody in front. He shoots, and Wah makes the big stop. Chelios clears it to center. Bookberger skates it through center. Over the line. He winds and fires, and Wah will hold that with 2:09 to go. So 5-3 Montreal, shots 39-27 in favor of the Habs. So we'll let the fourth line play this one and then bring out Naslund, Smith, and Keane for the last 90 seconds or so. Green and Svoboda on defense. McTavish and Gilchrist on the face-off. 5-3 Montreal. McTavish wins the face-off. Adams a one-timer. He shoots. That misses wide to the left. Off the glass. Gilchrist for Green. 1:46 to go in the game. Gilchrist breaks it out. Green hit by Adams. Edmonton. Joseph on defense. He's going to try a wrister. I'm not pulling the goalie. I'm playing Montreal. Yeah, Ovi will pass Esposito in career goal soon. And he scores! It's a one-goal game! Joseph!
Edmonton goal scored by Chris Joseph, his second of the season. Time of the goal 18 minutes 26 seconds.
Well, that was pretty fluky, wasn't it? So it's a one-goal game. So as soon as the face-off, well, a minute 34. This isn't over yet. Podubner was with the Nords and the Devils. So yes, I'm doing 88-89. In 89-90, I was in college. In 88-89, I was a senior in high school. Messier and Smith on the face-off as Grant Fuhr looks to the bench. Not quite yet. They need to win the face-off. 5-4 Montreal. Face-off is won by Bobby Smith. Keane. They'll skate it in. Plenty of time left. 1:24. Naslund. They pass it around. 1:14 to go. Keane. Gonna shoot. 1:03 to go. He fires. Fuhr makes the stop and holds on. Podubny scored 38 that year. I could be. He's playing with the Leafs. They only played 3 times out of the division, and they've already played once. Oh, the Nordiques? We probably already have. I've done a game with the Nordiques already. Carson and Smith on the face-off. 1:03 to go. Edmonton wins. Fuhr's to the bench. Smith will draw this one back. Carson wins the face-off, and they get it out. Randy Gregg, under a minute to go. Messier, the extra skater. McTavish across the line. Messier shoots. Wah makes the save. The puck is loose. Lacombe and Robinson fight for it. To Smith. 40 seconds to go. They'll kill some time. They'll advance the puck. Smith, 27 seconds to go. Quebec and Montreal was always a huge rivalry. Empty net shot for Naslund. He shoots. He misses it wide. Lacombe's got it. 20 seconds to go. Gregg starts the rush. Edmonton changes. Anderson dumps it around. Carson to Bookberger at center, 13 seconds. Anderson, they got to hurry. Huddy to Messier to Anderson at the siren. He shoots. Wah gives up the rebound. Robinson's got it. 3 seconds to go. The siren goes, and Montreal wins. 5-4. Shots in the third period, 14-9. Scoring chances 8-3. What a hockey game. Both teams score on the power play. So in the third period, Curry is 16th from Messier. Carbonneau is 9th from Lemieux and Desjardins. And Joseph, maybe the most unlikely goal scorer for Edmonton, made it crispy. So the 3 starters tonight. It's Bobby Smith, the number 3 star. You're welcome. We'll do the rest of the night in hockey in a second. With a goal and 2 points. Mike Keane, a goal and an assist, the number 2. And Claude Lemieux, 1 goal and 2 assists. Issel is out till January. He hurt his hammy. And Fiore had 35 saves. So, Edmonton 2 for 4 in the power play. Montreal 1 for 5 in the faceoffs. Was 32-30 in favor of Edmonton. Chicago and Boston as we start the rest of the league tonight in the hockey. 5-3 Bruins. They go to 12-11-1. They are in second place in the Adams. Bork, a goal and 2 assists. Neuendijk, a goal and 2 and an assist for Calgary. They beat Los Angeles 5-3. The Flames are 3 points clear of Winnipeg in the Smythe. Rangers hang on to beat the Islanders 4-3. Rangers third in the Patrick. The Islanders looking at golf season already. Pat LaFontaine, 2 goals for the Isles in a losing effort. Tom Barrasso with a shutout. Pittsburgh beats Philadelphia. That's a big one. Pittsburgh is now in first place in the Patrick with a 5-0 win. Lemieux, Mario, 2 goals and 2 assists. Quebec beats Hartford 4-3. Quebec in dead last in the Adams. To Dubner, 2 goals and an assist. Elvis is quite happy about that. Kevin Ean, 2 goals for Hartford in the loss. St. Louis beats Winnipeg 3-2. Dale Howard chuck a goal and assist for Winnipeg. Brent Ashton a goal and an assist as well. And the North Stars beat the Leafs 4-3. Hampshire 2 goals and an assist. Detroit, Minnesota, and Chicago all within 1 point of each other in the North. Toronto a 3-point bulge over St. Louis. So let's see. What did I pick next? Oh, so next Sunday from the Hartford Civic Center, from the Al Red Sox Fan Mall and Hockey Arena, it'll be the Montreal Canadiens versus the Hartford Whalers. And so enjoy the rest of your Super Bowl Sunday. We'll talk to you tomorrow night for some baseball from the Polo Grounds. So our next game, Montreal and Hartford from November 30th, 1988. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a good day, everybody.